Hi Geminis, it's Nick and Nala, the gems of my eyes. I hope you guys are doing great. So all my Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men and women. We're now covering December 6th till December 12th. And sorry about the lighting, guys. The sun is like beaming really strong right now. So if I leave the curtains open, it's gonna burn my face. But if I don't have it like this, then you know, it's, and I like to use natural lighting if you couldn't tell by now. I don't like to use fake lighting. I prefer to film in the daytime. So you know, it is what it is. Anyways, so for this week, guys, on the 6th, so before I go run down the alignments, this week is a little bit funky. It feels like the energy is a little bit bipolar. Feels like push and pull, tug of war, really in our heads. And Mercury is gonna be kind of I don't know, acting up maybe a little bit this week. So because it's your ruling planet, you may feel it. Okay, so on Monday the 6th, we have Mars sextile Pluto, which brings a lot of intensity and kind of extreme actions into play. So this can be really good if we need to get a lot of work done or work out and do exercise, stuff like that. You just want to be careful that you don't injure yourself or you go too hard, you do too much. But you can use the energies to your advantage to get stuff done, cleaning, tedious work, stuff like that. And then on the next day of the 7th, we have Mercury squaring Neptune, which brings a lot of confusing energies. We're like, what's right, what's wrong, what's real, what's not, I don't know. So don't be too hard on yourself. This is probably not the week to make any big, major life-changing decisions, FYI, but just kind of like catch yourself like, okay, you know what, it's okay, I'm just gonna set it, leave it, forget it. I'll come back to it if I'm confused right now. And on the 11th, we have Mercury sextile Pluto, which can be very good if we got our mind right. And if we are thinking positively and we're focused, but if our mind is kind of all over the place, this is not good because we don't want that to grow. We don't want to expand. We don't want that to expand. So try your best to, I don't know, clear your head and maybe not overthink, overanalyze too much, even though that's probably really hard for you not to do, but just be patient with yourself. Okay, and don't be surprised if maybe you're having a hard time understanding people or vice versa, like they're not understanding you or you're not even understanding yourself. Just kind of go with the flow and don't try to search for too many clear, concise answers because you may not get it this week, okay? And at the end of the week, on the 12th, we have Sun squaring Neptune. So it's like us and who we are, our actions. It feels like we're this like tension between us and our like dreams and our illusions, imaginations. So don't get too hard on yourself if you feel kind of very detached from your dreams and your goals. It's just the energy is influencing you. All right, guys, so we're gonna be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. So my lovely Geminis, when it comes to your health, we have the Page of Crystals here. So I kind of feel like here that some of you may be eating more natural, more organic this week, or you're choosing to eat less processed foods, or maybe this is something you've already been doing. You could be going to getting invited, or you're inviting someone to grab a bite to eat or something, or you're cooking something at home, vice versa. Someone else could be cooking something at home. You guys are just like, you know, sharing a meal together, having fun, talking, maybe then going for a walk or bike ride or something. I just see a lot of like natural foods, picnics, I don't know, homemade recipes, traditional dishes, stuff like that. I also feel like some of you could be working on or planning to grow your own food, or maybe have your own little garden or your own little like botanical little space. Or I know some people grow stuff like indoors. You could be looking into that possibly, or trying to be a little bit more sustainable. I would love to have a garden one day. That'd be so cool, right? Like have like a farm. But yeah, I feel a lot of like natural produce or like more natural organic foods possibly that you could be trying to consume, or maybe you're just trying to stay away from too much processed like junky foods. Okay, all right. And when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, we have the Knight of Cups. So I like this. I feel like you guys are receiving some kind of love and support or a helping hand with your career, your work, or finances, maybe through another person, through an opportunity, the universe kind of just guiding you, putting you in the right place and time. There could also be someone who's helping you, assisting you, being a mentor for you, or giving you the right advice, giving you the right information, things tools, resources that are going to help you. You could also be receiving a lot of good reviews, feedback for your gifts, your talents, your services, your products, the things you have to offer. Maybe people really appreciating you or just telling you how much they love your work. And that maybe just kind of boosting your ego, making you feel really good about yourself, right? Because once you get used to doing something for a long time, you kind of just forget, you kind of just get stuck in like the routine that you don't realize maybe how amazing it is or how great your product or your service possibly is. So it feels like here you're getting some, like a little bit of cushion, a little bit of support, or maybe some good feedback as well and assistance. And you could also be getting an opportunity to maybe make a little bit more money, and you're doing it without compromising anything. Like you're doing it with doing something that you already are doing, or something you already like to do or you enjoy to do, and you would probably do it even if it didn't pay you possibly. Okay. All right. And I see here also some of you could get like a recommendation. Like let's say you are an artist, you know, and someone recommends you to their client or something, and you get a job or, you know, a project because of this person. So I see just opportunities and some kind of love and support, or someone maybe doing you a favor, or vice versa. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side here, we have the Ace of Swords, Six of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. All right, and then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have oppression, Four of Cups, and strength in reverse. Okay, so as far as who you could be dealing with, definitely could be a Capricorn, a Leo, or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If it's a water sign, I feel more like Scorpio energy. But of course, it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out at this time. Maybe they're a mixed match. Maybe they are Capricorn sun, Scorpio rising, Leo moon, or, you know, it could just be a mix of energies. Okay? All right, guys. So what's going on here? I don't know why I feel the need to mention this, but I was watching some... a new video of a song that Carrie Underwood was singing last night. I love her. I think her voice is beautiful. And I went to look up what her sign was because I wasn't sure. And turns out she's a Pisces sun and Aquarius moon, like myself, except she's a Leo rising. And her husband is a Gemini, a Canadian hockey player. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Because, you know, John was a hockey player. It's just crazy. But anyways, I don't know why I felt the need to mention that. Maybe some of you like Carrie Underwood, or you like hockey, or you play hockey, or I don't know. Weird. It just crossed my mind right now. So with this situation here, guys, I feel that like you are wanting some clarity, or like you want to have a conversation, like an important conversation that maybe you've been putting off, to give you some peace of mind, or give you some closure, or just like give you some clarity about where you stand, where this is going. Because it seems like with this person, they're really hard to crack open. It's like they're not really open or emotional with you, or like you just feel like it's so dry with them, like you can't get anything out of them. Like it's like you'll be talking, but it's like they don't open up. They're very closed off, or they seem very guarded for whatever reason. Maybe they weren't always like this, or maybe they've always have been like this, but you're like, I just need to have conversations. Like we need to talk. Like I want to know what's going on. I don't like being in the dark. I don't like not knowing, or not knowing where we stand, or where I stand with you. And you're not doing it in a very confrontational or aggressive way. You're just kind of confused, and you want some clarity. You want to have a conversation, an important conversation. So I feel like you want to ask this person, or you may be the one to start the conversation. And what I see with this person is that it's not that they're not emotional, okay? I feel like they are emotional. They just are scared of their own feelings and emotions, don't know how to express it, don't know how to communicate it in a way that doesn't make them feel vulnerable or makes them feel weak. I feel like this person struggles with even understanding their own feelings, their own emotions, and it can be really hard to connect with them emotionally, which is something you want, right? Maybe they are dealing with some kind of addiction or unhealthy attachment in their life that is kind of putting a drain on their mental health, on their physical health, or causing them and making them feel a lot of insecurity, feeling inferior, not feeling good enough. I feel like this person has like a weakened ego, or has a very unhealthy ego where it's not inflated. They're not egotistical. They feel not good enough. They don't feel worthy enough. And this can be, not even make sense to you. You're like, what? Like, how could they think that? There's no way. Like, I think the world of them. But in their internal world, this person is struggling with their own value, with their own self-worth. It has nothing to do with you or anyone else. It's just how they feel about themselves. And it sucks when you're dealing with someone like that, because it's like there's nothing you could do or say to make them feel better, maybe temporarily, but they have to work on themselves internally to turn that around. Like, no one can do that for them. It takes a lot of inner work and effort to kind of get you back to a place where you have this like healthy ego and mindset, emotions, all that. Okay. Like I said, maybe they're dealing with some kind of addictive behavior, or oppression, addiction, unhealthy attachment, or toxic habits, maybe even just their own negative thinking that is like making them self-sabotage possibly a good connection or a good relationship with you. Okay, and it's like they're not seeing what's in front of them, or they're failing to see all the good, all that they have to be grateful for, appreciative of, and they're feeling just kind of weak and vulnerable. And I think when they start to feel like that, or start to get in their feelings, they want to like go and hide and just do their own thing. And instead of talking about it and just being open, they push you away. And you're like, and you're over here thinking that maybe you did something wrong and you really didn't. It's just like their own thing that they're dealing with. But I feel like you want to talk. You're like, I need some clarity. I want to know what's going on. Like, why are you pushing me away? Why are you not talking to me? Do you not like me? Did I do something? Like, I don't know. I just need you to talk to me. I need to know what's going on. And I feel like you're coming in peace. Maybe you're going to visit them, or you're going to go see them, or vice versa. But I feel like you may be the one going to see them, or calling them and seeing, hey, can I come over? I can come see you. Let's talk. And you're doing it in a very peaceful, very loving, calm way. Like, there's no screaming, there's no shouting, there's no cursing, and nothing like that. Like, you are doing it in the best way possible. And I feel like you're coming with so much love where you're not going to push them. And you're like, you know what? I don't want to push you. Like, I care about you and I really like you, but I don't want to force you to love me. Like, I don't want to force you to love me if you don't, or I don't want you to be with me if you're not actually happy, if you're not feeling good about this. Like, I just want to know. And I think you're doing it in such like a mature manner where like this person knows like it's not you, it's me. Like, I have to be honest, or I have to open up to Gemini, because they're handling it with so much integrity and, in the best way. And like, I don't know what to say. And it feels like you may see a softer side to them, or they may finally crack open and just tell you, it's like, I'm sorry, like I made you feel that way. Like, it really wasn't you. I don't know. I'm feeling weird. I don't know what's going on with me, or I don't know. Like, I think they may actually finally give you some clarity, or just admit to you that they're not feeling good, or that they don't feel good about themselves. And you may see a softer, like a more sensitive side to them than they've shown, because in the exterior, they may seem kind of hard and like serious and they got things together, but inside is like a scared little girl, little boy that is afraid to open up and be emotional. But I feel like you're so strong on your own, where you're in a much better place mentally and emotionally, at least compared to this person, even compared to like your past self, where it may hurt you to hear these things, or it may, not make you completely happy, but you're so good on your own that it's not going to break you. You just want honesty. You just want to know that you're not wasting your time, right? Like, no one wants to waste their time. So let's see what happens with this person, because I feel like they're slowly coming around and opening up. It's just going to take some time, because I feel like they've never been loved or cared for in the right way that nurtures them, that makes them feel safe, that makes them feel like it's okay to open up. It's okay to say what's on their heart and mind. Like, they've always been so like closed off, or had this like shell around them. So the moment it cracks open, it's like very frightening. Okay, it's like I'm seeing someone who's like coming out of like stepping outside after being in the dark. It's like, oh my gosh, like the sun, the light is like, it's too much to bear. Okay, all right, so we're gonna dive in deeper in the extended to get more information to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know, maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice, all right? So Geminis, will continue on an extended, link will be below. I'll see you there. If not, see you for our next reading. Take care. Bye.